and efficient. So before we proceed, what are bins? So in Premiere Pro, bins work just like folders on your computers or on your computer, since it's only you, alright? They let you group your clips by type, like maybe video one side, audio, graphics, or sequence, so you are not digging through a messy project later. So basically just think of bins as a drawers in a filing cabinet. The neater you set them up, the faster you'll find what you need. So to get started, bins or folders are created on the project panel. Alright, so now we do not have anything basically right inside here, so we're just going to have it created. So this is where we will create bins from. So you see it looks like folder. Once you click on it, it automatically creates a bin. Alright, so when you create a bin, now let's start creating bins for video. I'm just going to say vids. I will click again and create vids for music. Then we'll click again and create for, oh my god, now here's where the whole issue. I've this, okay, let me turn this into the project. So I'm just going to say project. Alright, so that every other thing is inside, both the music and all of that are inside. Alright, so I have to delete this. Yes, so that we left it only music. So from music, now I'm going to create this. Yes, so I'm going to create the video now. So I'll go back up here to click and create graphics now. Then I'll go back up there to create for what again? Let's say sequence. Oh, sorry. Click on bins and create for sequence. So now what you need to do is to organize your everything inside here. Now I double click on this. Now whatever I'm going to import will come inside the video folder. So let's say I picked all of those videos. They're going to come into the video vids. So if I click here again, you see these are all of them under that side. So if let's go back to this. So you see that all of them are under video. If I close down video, now you see that there's no more thing, right? So the next is to double click on music and import the music. Now the music, maybe the background music I intend to use for this, so I will just go and then music. Now let's say they are all of these, so I will just pick this, whether it is background music, it is audio that you want to add to the whole thing, you can do that. So I'm going to go back to the let's double click on it again. So if I close down the music tab, you see that everything music has. Now this keeps your work organized, that you just come up here and you just basically look at what you're looking for. You know that, okay, you have sequence, okay, these are all for the sequence that I have, this is all for graphics, this is all for maybe like some graphical text or some things you bring in, flyers and all of that you intend to add to your timeline. You just basically go through them and you begin to bring them, and then you see that when you organize them into a folder, you can easily just go and check, and then you're good to go. Now make sure you use clear names, short names, instead of just writing one long background music, all of that. So just use a clear folder, because sometimes while you are editing or you are in the process of preparing all of these things, you may forget what that even means at that moment. So basically you have to do all of that. Okay, so you could have maybe another thing is, maybe let's say you have bring all of the feed, the clips, the footage into this place before creating this folders or bins. You can easily just drag them and drop them in the appropriate. Let's say let's say I made mistake, I can just drag this and bring it to any of the sequence up here. If I feel this is the appropriate one, I'll just drop it here. All right. So it's the same thing, but I decided to just organize it once and for all. So this will keep all your workings, all of it, to keep it well intact, especially when you're working on big project. You can create also some subfolders, just like under these videos. You can maybe do A roll, B rolls, and all of your main clips, your B rolls, and all of that. You can also create sub inside a bins folder and all of that. Like maybe you're working for a 30 days something. So if you have created the whole videos for that 30 days, you now create, okay, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and all of that, because all of this will allow you to search and filter at the end of the day. You can use the search bar at the top of the project to search for anything you're looking for, so that it gives you an easier this thing. And that's it. By using bins and folder, you will save time, stay organized, and make editing way less stressful. Get into the habit of organizing as soon as you import your files. Don't wait until project is already messy. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more editing tips. For now, bye-bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Victor Shamaki. So today we are going back to the beginning of the beginning. We're looking at how we're just going to tour the interface of the Premiere Pro we've been using for some time now. So let's get right into it without wasting any time. So I'm using Premiere Pro 2024. So here is it. I'm just going to click on it for it to open. So when it opens, if you've been using it, you have other, like these are recent files that have been worked upon. So you can either open any of the recent, or you open a new project, because these are all projects, or you create a new project. So we're going to create a new project. So when you click on the create new, you see project name. So we're going to write the project name. Let's say we are working on tutorials. I'm just going to write TUT, and then the folder, you must also choose a folder to which you want it to be. So you just quickly choose a folder. If you do not choose any folder, it's going to be at the default location of your installation, which is Document and Adobe and then Premiere Pro. So if you choose location, this is where your project files will be found. You can see that this is the default location where all of them are. So I prefer this because that's where I want my files to be. It's easier for me. So I won't be changing this location. All I need to do is to write this name and allow it to. So the project location will be where your project will be. So if you have any template, you can choose a template. We have, this one's came with it. We have broadcasting template. We have social media template, standard. But I used to ignore all of those, and then I'll click on. And then, on the sequence, you're going to have. So this is what will be coming with it. It's going to copy media. Copy media is off. If you turn it on, it's require media encoder. So new bin is on, and then create sequence is on. It's starting with sequence 1. So all of that, then you just click on. You're asking whether you should enable language auto dictation. Yeah, you can click on it, and then let's say create. So this will create a new project. Now once created, this is the interface of the Premiere Pro. Okay, so we have here this very portion like this. This is where you will import, this is where you import images, pictures, videos, and all of that into, and this is referring to as your project panel. This site is where you will be taking control, like effect and all of that in this area. So this is more like your effect, or I'll just say this is more like your effect panel. And this place is known as your timeline, where you'll be editing, where you'll be cutting, you'll be putting different effects and all of that, text, and also this place is known as your timeline. Then this is known as your the two places where your work are. We have program and reference. Now the program, or the source, the program is where you will see your final display, like whether you've put text, you put everything for your final output will be at your display. And the reference, or source, is basically where you will preview the file before you add it to this to your timeline. All right, so basically these are the most important. Just those four are the main thing. So also, if you come under Windows and come to this, you see that I left mine at all panels. Now this allows me to have all of these other side, like the effect, the essential graphics, essential sound, lumetris, color, all of them to be arranged by the side, so that whenever I need any of them, if I need any effect, I can just click on effect. If I need graphics, I'll just click on it. So basically this is, you can change your workspace to either you're going on editing, essential, anyone you want to do. So but I prefer to leave mine at all panels. Then under the last one is the tool panel, where all the tools, like the selection tool, the tracks fork select, the ripple edit, razor tool, slip tool, pen tool, rectangle tool, hand tool, and text tool, all of these are found. So these are just the preliminary of all of this. Then we also have the sequence, which are like, you can have within this timelines, you can have sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have as many sequences as possible as they are within this place. So if you want to create a new sequence, you just click on file, then go to new, and then you see sequence. So you can create another sequence. You can name the sequence, and then you can also choose you can choose the resolution, or the resolution of the sequence, so that whenever you bring in a video, maybe based on the videos, how the video was shot, the time, the frame, the frame rate, the other things, you can just make sure whatever you're setting at your new sequence corresponds to those, because you can see now we have HD 1080p 25 frame per second. So you have to choose it based on what you shoot. So you can have sequence 1, sequence 2, and all of that, and then you can have all of these ones. So on Windows, you could, anytime you have anything, you can also come to Windows and you can reset the workspace, which it will reset the workspace to the way it was. Let's say you've maybe mistakenly done some things and all of that. So your Windows then workspace can either change from one workspace to other. You can also save it as a new workspace. You can also do that. So then the graphics and titles, this very current version, I think the legacy text has already been taken off from the old version. So now you either have to install a motion graphics or you create a motion graphics by yourself. And the markers are basically like the marks in. This marks in from the beginning, then marks out at the end, and all of that. So basically these are what these marks are all about. So you just explore them and all of that. So basically this is just the very interface of the Premiere Pro. So we'll continue with exploring all the other series in the Premiere Pro mastering class. So I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Hey everyone, welcome back. In this quick video tutorial, I will show you how to add text to your video on Premiere Pro. From simple text to style graphics. Let's get started. So first and foremost, you just need to, because from the 2023 there about 24, the legacy text was removed. So it was replaced. So basically, you just come to this Windows and go to Workspace, then change it to Captions and Graphics. So it will take you to this place. So from your toolbar here, you grab the text and you put it on your screen and you begin to type. I want to type yellow cast. Yellow cast. So when I do that, I will zoom here. Now, making adjustments, either I want it to be longer or I want it to be shorter, depends. And then where do I want it? I can place it across anywhere in the timeline of my video, isn't it? So aside that, when you come to this side, this is where more like the control room for all that you need to do regarding your text. So from here, you can make adjustment to where this should be or where this should be or where that should be. Then also whether it's up or down or in the middle. So these are all that you can make adjustment to. Then the font size, and then also whether it's regular or anything, you have to do that. You want it to be bold, you want it to all cap, all of that. Then you can make adjustment with appearances, the background, whether you need it to have a background or you just need it to have a strokes. All of that, you can do that within this place. So with that, you'll be able to add text, and you can also animate this text by either applying from the effect panel, applying the zoom effect. If we go to, let's return it to all. That's why I used to use all panel, because it helps me to just switch to anyone I want to. So if I go to the effect and I go down to zoom, I can add a zoom effect to this. The tools are plenty. So I can add the cross zoom to the beginning of this. Now it allows this video to come in. The text to come Victor Shamaki. Zoom in. All right. So you could also do manual by using keyframes and all of that. That is left for you to explore. Okay. So also you can also have a motion template. If you come to graphics and title, you see they're telling you to install motion graphics template. So that will help you to easily bring in different template you have. So let's go to Essential Graphics. I'll go to Browse. You can see quite a number of them. I have some that I've installed. So you could just drag and drop it on your clips. Then allow it to load the graphics template, the motion graphics. Now you just go through and see which one works more for you. You see this one is video hypes. So it has already, it's animated, it's all of that. So it's how it comes in, you see. So it's already animated, and then you'll be able to edit from here. You put the name, change the name to, let's say, Shamaki, and you edit all the things that is needed in it. Shamaki, there's another text down which you need to check, and once you're done with that, it's already have anime. Just adjust whether the size is too much, adjust whatever you want to adjust. Just look at them and make adjustment, then change font size and all of that, then you're good to go. You can also change their colors and all of that. So with the browse, you can see as many of them. With the one I have quite a number that I've installed. You can see them, both weddings and any other thing. So basically, this is how you add a text to your video on Premiere Pro. And don't forget to like this video, watch, comment, and subscribe. Leave us a comment on what you want to see us do regarding Premiere Pro. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's quick tutorial, I will show you how to stabilize shaky footage in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you've ever filmed handheld and ended up with whoopee shout, this is the tool you need. Let's get started. Yeah, I filmed these weddings handheld. My gimbal couldn't pick and all of that, so I used handheld to do that. You can see that the footage is kind of shaky. You can see it's kind of shaky. It's kind of shaky. It's kind of shaky. Today we're going to look at how to stabilize this clip. So the clip has already been dragged into the timeline. So what we need to do is to go to the effect pan and then search for wrap stabilizer. Let's see. WAP. So you see it comes out. We have WAP stabilizer from our effect panel here. So you drag it and you drop it on the video feed, on the video clip. So you see that it's telling you, it's analyzing the whole video. Then once you finish analyzing, we'll get from there. After analyzing, you see that it's stabilizing. So, but mind you, it takes a whole lot of time. All right. So while it is analyzing, if you come here, you see the result and all of that. You see it has a way of, this is under the effect control. When you come down, you see stabilizer, and then it has finished analyzing. It has finished stabilizing. So let's go further to look at the clip now. Let's look at it. It's no longer shaky, but something, okay, it's still shaky. This one, you have to cut it off, but something is a bit wrong here. You see what we, under the framing, we have where we say it should stabilize, should crop, and auto scale. Now you just select for it to stabilize. Now it's going to process anymore and then stabilize. Now you see it has already scattered the whole thing, but now we can fix that by coming to scale the frame to full. So we move this. So I'm explaining this thing because at the end of the day, we need to have this thing set. So you see that when I did that before, if I had set this well before setting up the, you can't do that while you just drop the stabilizer. So it's after it has stabilized before you'll be able to go on all of these things. So what we will do now is basically to just we will have to go up and we will use our tools to make adjustment. Yes, that's what we will do. Then so we'll make adjustment to this, the scale size. So we'll just select this so that this can come until we see all of this. So we'll just select this to cover up for our feed. Okay, in that case, it saves us a lot of things from allowing it to just cropped and do that. So we just allow it to stabilize only, or you stabilize and crop anyone, but basically it will stabilize the clip. But so it's not all of these things also that you will need to so you have to clip some and all of that. So let's use stabilize and crop. I think that will save us a lot of things, because at the end of the day, the cropping, so it's going to stabilize again. The cropping is most of the time, so this based on the error, it's stabilize it, and then also you need to, this smoothness by default is at 50, so you could also reduce it. You could also reduce it for the smoothness, maybe between 10, 20, 30, and all of that, to see which one does better for you. So all of that, you also look at this one to either change it to position, scale, and rotation. That's the method. Or you change it to just position. Look at all of these settings, because those are the things that will help you. At the end of it, this thing takes a whole lot of time depending on the system you're using. It takes a lot of time to be able to you also have advanced settings where you detail the analysis, and then you either you fast the analysis or you detail it, depends on you. So all of this will now help you to really understand how to stabilize your feed. So you can see it's going back to analysis because I selected detail and I left it back. So everything you do on these settings will determine how your result will come out. So let's allow it to finish. I don't think we should wait, but I believe I've showed you all that you need to do in time of destabilizing the shaky footage. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this quick tutorial, I will show you 4 different ways to import media files into Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm using Premiere Pro 2024, so any version, whether it's more newer than my own or it's less than my own, no problem. You will find similarities because they are the same thing, just improvement and all of that. So we'll explain which method is best for different situations and share some useful tips along the way. So gear up and let's jump in. So method 1, I call it file menu. Now, when in the last video we explained what the project panel is all about. So from the project panel, that's where we're going to import the first one. From what you're seeing here now, if you double click, it should take you to that, or if you right click also, you should be able to see where to import. Okay, so either you double click or you right click, you will be able to see where to import. So from that very location, you just navigate to where your data is, and if there are more than one, you just hold shift and select all of them, then you click on open. So all of them will be added to your project panel, on which you can drag from here, order all of them, or you take them one by one and bring them to your timeline. Alright, so this now, once I selected all of them, so you will see that the whole of them will all come out to be here. Alright, so this method 1 is best for beginners because it's clear and it's easy to find. And then if you are ever unsure where your clips went, maybe while you're working and all of that, check the project panel, which is here, because Premiere Pro never loses them. They are there. It's just maybe you just need to check and then see that they are there, because like I said, Premiere never loses them. So the next
tips, which is tips number 2, or method number 2 rather, is drag and drop. So you can just go into your windows and then grab them, shift and all of that. Let's say you want to bring all of these, or if it's just this you want to bring, just drag it and then you take it straight into Premiere Pro, and either you drop it at the project panel or you take it straight to timeline and it will automatically show. So this is another method, and this is best for small project, especially when you only have few clips or one clips or thereabout. It's best for small project and when you want to just quickly test the clips or something like that. So when dragging to the timeline, Premiere automatically creates a sequence that matches your clip settings. Super handy for quick edit. All right. So the third method is the shortcut method, which you can easily just press Ctrl I on window or Command I. So Ctrl plus I, it will just pop you up to importing, and then you just click and then you import. So it's going to go directly to your project panel. From your project panel, you just drag and you drop on your timeline. So that is the third method. So this is best for editor who want to speed, who wants speed and efficiency. Yeah. So this combines with organizing your files into folders beforehand. That way, when you import your project, it stays neat. Sorry. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is, while you are trying to use this shortcut, which is the third method, you can organize them into a folder. Let's go. If you come here, you create a new bin. You can see, create a new bin, which is like a folder here, and then you name it, maybe let's say shortcut and all of that. Oh, sorry, the spelling. So with this now, when you open it, when you open this, you should be able to put work inside here, which will help organize your work. That's what I was trying to explain. So the last method is the browser method, media browser method, sorry. So with this, all you need to do is to go to the media browser on your project panel. So from the media, you will go to where your file is. So let's locate it. We have local disks. We have so let's go through the local disks, I guess. So let's go here, and then we'll have to go to Windows, or users, or rather users. Then we'll go to public. So we'll go to HP, which is my device. Alright, so let's locate our videos. So open my videos so you can see all the videos here. Now I can just drag. Sorry, I'm not dragging. I'll just right click and click on import. So with that, it will come to the timeline automatically. Now this very method is best for large projects or when working with camera card, especially when you're working with RED, you're working with industry standard kind of cameras, that you have metadata, it has a lot of other things. For it to organize everything for you you use this media browser, as it is best when you're working with that, because it preserves the metadata and ensures all linked audios and videos comes in correctly without any glitches and all of that. So use the search bar inside media browser to quickly find specific clips in big projects. It's a lifesaver when handling hundreds of files. All right. So when you are in the media browser, you can use the search. You can use the search. Sorry, I need to expand this so that we can see everything. Yeah, so you can use this search tool to find for a particular clips and all of that, so that it saves you time and saves you energy and all of that, because it's actually, this method is actually a lifesaver when it comes to when you're using big clips and all of that. So, and that's it. 4 ways to import media into Premiere Pro. For beginners, we started with the file menu, and then we moved to the drag and drop, then we moved to shortcuts, and then we did it for big data, which is the media browser. So no matter which method you use, always keep your media organized in folders on your computer. That makes your editing workflow so much smoother. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more editing tips. Till I come your way again, for now, bye bye.
Hello and welcome to day 44 of the 120 days video tutorial on Victor Shamaki. So today we're going to look at how to do crawling text. Imagine you have maybe watch a news and you see that they're writing breaking so number of armed robbery or crime or airplane crash and all of that. Now you see it's scroll down, right? So that's what we'll be doing today. So to do that, you quickly just come down here and click on the text icon, and then you place it on this place. Then I have a PowerPoint, a Microsoft Word that I have here. I just a randomly generated, so I'll just copy it and I'll take it back to the to the Premiere Pro. Sorry. So I'll just paste it. So now the text is long because I've done something with this, so I'm just going to drag it down, and then I'm going to click and then go to essential graphics. Now on essential graphics, I'm just going to reduce the size of this text because it's too big, so reduce it to like yeah, let's leave it at 30. So adjust it. So let's say this is how I want it to roll, right? So once you've done that, the next is to expand your text a bit. Now, next thing you want to do is to come on this text and then turn off this source. And then once you have this, the next thing you want to do is to click on this position. Then you move this all to the right. So once you've done that, you now take this somewhere else. Either you take it to the end or something, just take it maybe to the middle anywhere. Then once you've done that, you will now begin to drag it and move it to go with you. Now I'm just going to explain something. See that it has moved up a bit, right? Yes, that's because when you're using your hand to do this movement, you'll be found of making mistake. So once you've been able to click and to drag it, the next thing is to hold shift so that it will take you along that line. You see that I'm going. So but before you move out, you will have to, and before you go to the next one, to click like this again. You click first, then hold the shift. So you now keep moving. I will do that once more, then I will fast forward the video. So hold it first, like you have to use your mouse. Click first here before you hold shift. Now, without you holding shift, this is what it will do. You see that it will just drill you up, you see that the way it drills. But with the shift, though I'm already making mistake, but with the shift inside, you can see that with the shift inside, you'll be able to hold, then move. So I'm going to just pause the video and come back once I'm done so that we'll see the final. So I've been able to take it all to the end. Now there are some inconsistency with what I do, but just to show you and know what you can do. So let's take it back and play it so that we can see. So I click on play and then let's see. Now that's because you can see that I have, you will see that it will go up, go down just inconsistently, but that is not a problem. With mastery, you'll be able to do that perfectly with time. So you can see that it is scrolling up. Now, if I reduce the size of this text, the speed will increase. So you see that. So basically, this is how you can do a crawling text in Premiere Pro. Previously, there used to be the roll and the scroll tool on the previous version, like I think Premiere Pro 20. I didn't notice that when they removed it, only for me to check in 2023 and other versions and realize that it's no more. Alright, so but this is how you can do it now, pending when they were going to give us another update. But once they do update us on that regard, I will definitely update this community. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's what keeps me going, and I wish to see you join this train. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Hi everyone. In this lesson, I will show you how to save your Premiere Pro project and set up autosave so you never lose your hard work. To save project, easily just go to File, that's one, and then you come to Save. Now, because when you were creating this project, you have already saved out where you want the project to go. So once you click on File and then you click on Save, it saves directly there. Alright? Now, or you can press Ctrl S on the keyboard or Command plus S on the Mac. The Ctrl plus S is on Windows and Command plus S is on Mac. Your project will save as a .prproj, that's Premiere Project, alright? So which contains all your editing decisions, but not the actual media files. It's just like a reference. We've saved it here. Once there is as far as the media files are within the allotted locations you've identified or where you brought them from, you will be able to access everything, alright? So always save your project inside the same folder where your media is stored. This keeps your project organized and prevents missing file issues later. Save as. You go to File again and then you see Save As option, or you can do Ctrl plus Shift plus S on the keyboard. This will allow you to save the project as. So you maybe want to resave the project somewhere else and all of that. So that's another one. And then you could also save it as a copy. Save a copy. This will allow you to save the project as a copy and keep. In other software, this save a copy means that you want to save it for other versions, but this one doesn't. I didn't see that option and all of that. So these are all the options allotted for you to save, and you can also save it as a template. All right, then you can just click on Save All. So basically, this is very useful. The save as is useful when you want to save the project for another, let's say version 2 of the project and all of that. But that's that. This really useful if you're making big changes but want to keep a backup of your earlier version. Yes. So you've worked on this video to something, maybe, or you're working on a template and all of that, and you work it to a certain degree, so you want to just save it on another version, but you want to keep a copy of the order in case you want to go back a previous edit, like maybe a bit before the changes you've made. You can use Save As. All right. So the professional editors save multiple versions so that they can roll back if a client doesn't like the latest change. If a client doesn't like it, you have no choice. So imagine you didn't have versions of it. Maybe in this version they like it, you now make an adjustment to another version, they don't like that one, so you can easily just roll back to this one. So that's where that one comes in handy. So the next thing we want to do is the auto save. So the auto save is a feature that is a must used in Premiere Pro. So let's set it up now. To set up the auto save, you go to edit, and then you go down to preference. Then on preferences, you will come down to autosave. Now, they will ask you to allow access if you've never used it before. I've never used it. So now here they're asking autosave, automatically save project. Yes. So once this, you can either turn it or activate it. So now I've activated it. Now I usually use those 1 minute, like every 1 minute it should save. And then you could also, if you want to maximize space on your system, you make it like 5 projects. So you only have history of your most recent project, but you can use 100 so that you have a list of hundreds of projects that it has done. All right, so you just click on auto save, also save the current project. So once it's auto saving, you also save other project. Now the folder to which you want this auto save to be, you can also change it. You can make it as either the same folder as where your work are, or you can leave it at the default folder. So let's take it to where the ones I have all my work are, so that they can be in the same place. So I'll just click on save it here. Once it is saved in this place, I will now click on OK. So after every 1 minute, it will be auto saving this, allowing me not to lose anything that I have done without it's saving, having a backup all the time. So see how often Premiere Pro saves your project. That's the purpose of that time we saved. And then enable saving a copy to Creative Cloud if you logged in. But I don't have a Creative Cloud account for now. So if you have a Creative Cloud account, check that other options for Creative Cloud so that it also backs it up to Creative Cloud and all of that. So keep at least 20 auto-save versions. Like I said, you see 20, but I make 100 so that I can have as many versions as possible, so that in case there is a particular back distance, you can still go ahead and check that. So where does autosave store? We've already make all of those adjustments, and you can rename your autosave folders and versions to external drive. Yes, this is very important. Rename it, take it to your external drive, so that whenever I've had issues where I finish editing a video of over how many gig, and then all of a sudden the current thing got damaged. I had to rely on autosaves, and autosave were not saving. It was saving once in a week or something. It wasn't even turned on, and I have to go back and start editing again. That is not really nice. So this autosave feature saves you a lot of trouble, and then you can be sure that your work will not be going back in time like that. And that's how you save project and set up auto save in Premiere Pro. We have already, as a recap, we said use Ctrl S or Command S to save often, use save as for project versions, and auto save to keep your workflow safe. Develop a habit of pressing Ctrl S every time. If you make a big edit, it becomes your second nature and saves you from a headache later. In the next video, we'll move into other options on the editing basics as we just started. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Hello, welcome back to this channel. My name is Victor Shamaki. Today I want to show you how to trim multiple clips all at once in Premiere Pro. Now I have multiple clips that have several duration, so I want to shorten these clips by 1 frame. So to do that, you either come to and click on this ripple delete or ripple edit, or you use the shortcut B. And once you've done that, you see this very button, you come and adjust it so that you have your clips in this way. Then you click here once, then you drag it on the clips. click, click either from the left or from the right and drag. When you have this line shown you like this, when you release it, what it does is that it converts your program mode into a certain more, like you can see some buttons down here. Now this brown, if you do minus, it means it's going to shorten each of these clips by 1 frame, all of those selected clips. If I click on this 5, it's going to backward each of the selected clips by 5 frame. If I click on the trim forward, it's going to add 1 frame to each of them. If I click on +5, it's going to add 5 frames into each of the clips. So what I wanted to do is to shorten them by 1. So I'm just going to click on -1. So it has shortened the whole of these clips, each of them by 1 frame. So that's it. If you find this useful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome to Victor Shamaki. Today we will briefly look at how to increase the speed or the duration of multiple images or multiple clips on Premiere Pro. So I have some images here. I'll use image because that is so I have this image here. I will just drag and drop them on this place. So we have them like this. Now I want to increase the speed because by default, anytime you bring in a picture, each picture will have 5 seconds each picture. So what I want to do, I want to increase the resolution by any amount, right? Now if I select all of them and drag, which is me, I've selected everything, at the end of the only thing that will be increased will be the last clip. So I'll control Z. Now if I said okay, let me also right click on this and go to speed and duration and then increase each of them to like 10 seconds. And when I click OK, it will still be the last clip that will increase. So how to solve this is basically right click, go to speed and duration, increase, check on this ripple edit, shifting and trailing clips. Once you click on it, then let's increase this to like 10 seconds. Then we will click OK. You'll see that all the clips have 10 seconds. So if I just right click on one of these and go, you see that each clip is 10 seconds. So thank you for watching. If this is of any help to you, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. For now, bye-bye. Hello, welcome back to this channel. My name is Victor Shamaki. Today I want to show you how to trim multiple clips all at once in Premiere Pro. Now I have multiple clips that have several duration, so I want to shorten these clips by 1 frame. So to do that, you either come to and click on this ripple delete or ripple edit, or you use the shortcut B. And once you've done that, you see this very button, you come and adjust it so that you have your clips in this way. Then you click here once, then you drag it on the clips. Click. click either from the left or from the right and drag. When you have this line shown you like this, when you release it, what it does is that it converts your program mode into a certain more, like you can see some buttons down here. Now this brown, if you do minus, it means it's going to shorten each of these clips by 1 frame, all of those selected clips. If I click on this 5, it's going to backward each of the selected clips by 5 frame. If I click on the trim forward, it's going to add 1 frame to each of them. If I click on +5, it's going to add 5 frames into each of the clips. So what I wanted to do is to shorten them by 1. So I'm just going to click on